Hello there, are you ready for some ear training to help you get ready for your OET listening Part C? Now, something interesting about answering exam questions is that it's a little bit like a ladder. You start at the bottom, obviously, and you land on the correct answer. The interesting thing is, you don't just jump from here to here. There are lots of individual stages that you have to go through in order to get to that correct answer. So you go through several stages and then you actually land up on the correct answer. And in this video, we're going to be focusing on one of these individual stages that happens in between the start and the correct answer. You can't just randomly get there. You have to pass through all these various steps, rungs on the ladder to get there. And in this video, we're going to be focusing on one of those steps, which is about listening for opinions. Because in OET Listening Part C, quite often you have to try and identify the listener's opinion on something. And most often it will be a choice of whether a positive view is being reflected, a negative view, or maybe it's more neutral and the speaker is inviting you as a listener to consider the matter further, to think about your own opinion on it. So those are the three general options that you could get when you're considering opinion. One of the two extracts you'll get for listening Part C will revolve around a podcast type of interview. This is the kind of podcast that you'd be listening to as part of your continuing professional development. So it's a general healthcare topic, something that interests you, and you're listening on your way home from work, maybe while you're doing dinner, you put a podcast on and you're just listening to this general medical topic which is of interest to you. And we're going to be looking at an extract from just such a podcast and practice that all-important opinion identification. Welcome to those of you who are joining, and welcome back to those of you who are coming back to me. My name's Sona, I'm your online OET tutor with Bose Learning, and I'm a premium preparation provider of the OET. It's great to see you and have you upgrade your OET with us. Okay, so let's get started. As I say, this is a podcast. It's from Nursing Times. I'll put in the URL in the info box below so you can go away and listen to it again as well. And what's going to happen is you'll hear an advanced nurse practitioner being interviewed about his experiences when he started as a junior nurse. So in case you're not sure or not familiar with this term, in the UK, an advanced nurse practitioner is a really experienced nurse who has taken extra exams and has extra qualifications and actually can prescribe medicine as well. So that's why they're known as an advanced nurse practitioner. Okay, so we're going to be focusing on this exam technique where all I want you to do at the beginning, don't worry about the exam questions, we'll come to that later. All I want you to do at the moment is think about what kind of opinion is being expressed. Is it something negative? Is it something positive? Or is it just neutral? Is he just saying something without any kind of shade of meaning to it? First of all, what is his attitude to the number of in-house courses nurses have to take? So in-house, courses which are run by that particular hospital, not external courses, internal courses. So what is his attitude to the number of these courses nurses have to take? Let's listen.
Where previously it kind of used to be competencies that were signed off, now that course and having that course then leads to greater responsibility and being able to move up within different roles within those departments.
Completely. And I think that it's not only about developing it to improve patient care, it's about you as a nurse and your career as well.
Number 2, why does he think nurses enter the profession? You can think about the answer, but really I want you to focus on whether he's reflecting something negative, positive, or neutral. Why does he think nurses enter the profession?
And we go into nursing primarily because of the kind of people that we are. We're about patients, we're about looking after people,
And question 3, how does he feel about taking additional courses? So again, you can listen out for the answer, but really focus your attention on the connotation, on the sensitivity to whether he's saying something positive, negative, or neutral. Here we go.
The current pressures, though, is that we need to know more to be able to do that to an even higher standard. We have much more responsibility as a nurse now.
Okay, well, for all of these, he was very positive and enthusiastic, wasn't he, all the way through? And I guess that's to be expected because he's talking about his love for the job, what got him started, how he began. So we can expect him to be positive, and he is very enthusiastic about it. So now that we understand his motivations, the connotation, the shading of this interview, which is all very positive, it might not have been, it might have been negative. He might have been criticizing things, but he's not. He's very enthusiastic about it all. Now that we understand that little stage in between the beginning and getting the question right, now we can focus on the questions. As I say, there are many little stages in between. We're just focusing on this connotation part. Have a look at some of my other videos and you'll go through some more ideas about those little individual steps that you need to take between starting and getting the answer right. But let's just focus on this for now. We're going to be looking at some exam style questions. Here's the first one for you coming up. What does he imply about the in-house courses? We know he's positive. Think about your 3 options. Let's listen again and then pick out which one you think is right.
Where previously it kind of used to be competencies that were signed off, now that course and having that course then leads to greater responsibility and being able to move up within different roles within those departments.
Completely. And I think that it's not only about developing it to improve patient care, it's about you as a nurse and your career as well.
Number 2 coming up for you. Why does he talk about the personality of nurses? Let's listen.
And we go into nursing primarily because of the kind of people that we are. We're about patients, we're about looking after people,
And number 3, what does he tell us about current pressures?
The current pressures, though, is that we need to know more to be able to do that to an even higher standard. We have much more responsibility as a nurse now.
Okay, let's have a look at the answers then. Well, the first one, he says, it's not only about developing it. Those are the skills that you learn on the courses to improve patient care. It's about you as a nurse and your career as well. So yes, it improves patient care, but it also develops the individual in their career. So it's used to improve skills and job opportunities, both. Skills to be a better nurse, and then your career prospects as well. Number 2, he says, we go into nursing primarily because of the kind of people that we are. We are about patients, we're about looking after people. So this shows us that most nurses choose this profession to help others. It's about people. It's not really about the money, because let's face it, nurses never get paid enough, unfortunately. It's not really about the career advancement. Yes, nurses have a prestigious job, but actually the main reason nurses go into this is to help others. And the final question, the current pressures mean that we need to know more to be able to do that to an even higher standard. We have much more responsibility as a nurse now. So there are pressures, they are significant. Nothing about nurses quitting, although this is another issue that you may have heard about, but actually it's just that it adds extra responsibility to nurses and their job, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a criticism, it's just that there is extra responsibility on nurses' shoulders at the moment. That's why you need to do all these courses. Well, that's that for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you can see how learning these micro skills will really help you get to the correct answers. If you like this this video, it'd be so nice if you can help me grow the channel by pressing that like button. Why not subscribe to me so you can always get updated with new videos that come out, and send this to a friend or colleague that you think would like it as well. Thanks very much for watching. Feel free to get in touch and ask me any questions. I'll be happy to answer them if I can. And if you want to join my mailing list for a regular dose of all things OET, again, I've popped in the code below. Thanks for watching, take care, and hopefully see you soon. Bye bye.